Cedar Point, located in Ohio, is known for its world-class range of rides and attractions, as well as its beautiful setting along Lake Erie Beach. The park will be introducing many new rides and attractions for many years to come, but sometimes we have to say goodbye to classic attractions, and this year we're going to say goodbye to another world-class classic ride attraction, Snake River Falls. And in today's video, we're going to have a look at the statement from the park, share the history of the ride, my thoughts on the closure, and what I think could potentially replace the ride in an early prediction segment. So before we get started with this particular news update, make sure you do like, comment, subscribe on here on YouTube. Click the notification bell so you never miss another YouTube video. We are on the road to 3,000 subscribers on YouTube and 500,000 total views on YouTube as well. Make sure you go check out all the social media platforms, which I've linked in the description down below, the podcast and the video format of this news update as well. Alongside all of this, make sure you also go and check out Acast, Spotify and Apple Podcasts, where we need to get this Chall Chats channel charting on the podcast charts. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, thrill seekers of all ages, I am the CHALL, and today, Chall Chats Cedar Point. So before we get into the history of the ride, let's share the official statement from Tony Clark as of the Cedar Point website. So here is what was said. Get ready to go over the falls one last time. After 31 years of soaking riders both on the ride and over its splashy bridge, it's time to wave goodbye to the Snake River Falls boat ride. Opened in 1993, Snake River Falls debuted as the tallest, steepest and fastest water flume ride in the world, standing 82 feet above Frontier Town. Nobody had ever seen anything like it. Original concept art showed the ride's boats climbing up and over a mountain and meandering through a tunnel before plunging down a giant wave up to 64 feet wide and 30 feet long. One of the most unique highlights of the ride has always been the exit bridge that traverses over the flume. Over the years, we've had a blast watching riders analyse just the right timing to either avoid or stand right in the middle of the next boat's 1,920 square foot tidal wave, a second way to enjoy the ride if you will. Now is your last chance to do that. Snake River Falls will permanently end its operation on Labor Day, September the 2nd, 2024, as we make way for future expansion. What's that expansion? Of course we can't tell you that yet. As with previous attractions that have reached the end of their serviceable life, we honour and respect the past but look forward to the future fun for generations to come. We'll have more details on a special last splash in the coming weeks. For now, take the plunge and join the more than 15 million guests who've enjoyed the ride over the falls. So here is some stats and history of the ride then. This is manufactured by Aerodynamics. It's known as a shoot-the-chute ride with a height of 82 feet, a maximum speed of 40 miles per hour, a max vertical angle of 50 degrees during a 2-minute 20 ride experience. This is located in the Frontier Town section of Cedar Point, located in Sandusky, Ohio. And Frontier Town has some interesting attractions. Of course, the Cedar Creek Mine Ride is a signature attraction within the area, a roller coaster for fun for all ages. Alongside this, we had Maverick back in 2007, which is an Intamin accelerator and one of the signature thrill coasters within the park. Steel Vengeance is located there, the Rocky Mountain construction redo of the Mean Streak roller coaster, and this has become a world-class experience for everyone involved. However, it isn't just roller coasters that makes Frontier Town a wonderful area. Professor Delbert's Frontier Fling, a dual art sky coaster, opened back in 1996. Skyhawk, a 2006 Screaming Swing ride manufactured by S&S. The Wave Swinger from 1979, manufactured by Sierra, make up the thrill rides within the area. When you look at the family editions of Frontier Town, Snake River Falls comes under that as very much a family thrill, exciting adventure. Of course, at the nearby Frontier Trail area of the park, you have Thunder Canyon, the park's river rafting ride from 1986. Frontier Town, however, has a wonderful range of other experiences to really indulge you into the Wild West atmosphere. Now let's talk about my thoughts on the closure of Snake River Falls, as well as share my predictions early on as to what I think could replace Snake River Falls and the surrounding area. So firstly, let's go into everything around the closure of Snake River Falls. It is a classic at Cedar Point. It's one of the signature classic rides and attractions within the park, located on Lake Erie Beach. And wow, I mean, what a run this ride has had. Over 15 million guests by the time this ride closed on Labor Day, September 2nd. And Snake River Falls for me is a really heritage-based attraction. It's a really old heritage-based attraction. And we're seeing a bit more of these shoot-the-chute rides go. I mean, we've got one here in the UK with Tidal Wave at Thorpe Park, which opened back in my birth year, 2000. And, you know, Snake River Falls is a classic attraction at the park. And for me, it's been a really good servant to Cedar Point. You know, you see all these other classic rides that have left the park now. Mean Street left for Steel Vengeance for the Transformation by RMC. You had Disaster Transport and Space Spiral making way for Gatekeeper after they closed back in 2012, ready for 2013's opening of the B&M Wing Coaster. You know, you've had many other attractions leave the park as well. I mean, Cedar Point have got rid of some classic rides that need to make way for future expansion. And Snake River Falls has some wonderful land involved in that whole area. And I think that the Frontier Town section kind of needs that extra boost of thrill. You know, Snake River Falls was a classic thrill for all age attraction. And for me, it's been a wonderful servant. And, you know, Cedar Point for me have done a really good job keeping this ride going. And obviously they now look at what they want to put in that area. And it's meant that, you know, it's time for Snake River Falls to take its final journeys. And it's, like I say, it's been a wonderful servant for Cedar Point. I think that many guests have enjoyed it. I've watched many reviews of that ride. I've seen reviews of that ride. And there's been some wonderful reviews from the general public and from enthusiasts as well. And Cedar Point, for me, have really kept this ride going the best they can. Now is the time to move forward in a new direction. What that new direction will be, we don't know. But now let's predict what I think could be coming to that area in the near future. And I talk about the near future because I don't think we'll be waiting too long before the replacement comes in. Maybe not 2025, but maybe 2026. And I'll talk more about that in a moment. But let's start predicting. So here is a bit of fact files in terms of the history of what could come next. Back in April 27th, 2024, on the 27th of April, a survey for new coasters was brought out for Cedar Point, which included a Vekoma tilt coaster, a Mack Xtreme spinning tower, which is an Xtreme concept by the way, a Zamperla family shuttle coaster, and a Mack water coaster, which of course became the leaked pitch for Friesic Park Pologne's 2026 project, meaning that they've already had meetings, apparently or reportedly, with Mack representatives. 1 week later, Tony Clark confirmed that the contract had been signed for the next big whatever the week previous. It had been assumed to be a 2025 water park edition, as they'd removed two very similar sides at the same time as Dorney, who was explicit about 2025 replacements on their end, but no official timeline was given and could very well be potentially this project. Now then, what about the room on the site of this area? I mean, you look at Snake River Falls, you look at the Forbidden Frontier former attraction, it's a decent amount of room for a brand new attraction. And I could see two very, very interesting things happening here. And here are my two predictions. So prediction number one is a Mack water coaster, or even an Intamin water coaster. We see more of these newer water coasters popping up. Chap Pass at Phantasialand over a decade ago was a wonderful example of how to combine a themed story with a wonderful water ride experience. However, some of the recent ones, such as Catapult Falls at SeaWorld in San Antonio, represent a potential future breeding ground for brand new water coaster investments. I think that Mack rides could be a wonderful addition to Cedar Point. And I think that the Mack water coaster has some wonderful opportunities in terms of the layout and the whole ride experience. Single lap bars, potential banked curves, big height restrictions, 8-seater boats, an airtime hill, individual layout custom design potential, free-flowing boats, different lift versions, potential dark ride integrations. And I think when you look at the site, when you look back at the site, on the current land where State River Falls sits, as well as using the defunct Forbidden Frontier attraction, I think a Mack water coaster or an Intamin water coaster would be a wonderful addition to the park. I think that they could really utilise that land very, very well, and I think that it would do wonders for Cedar Point as a whole. The second concept is the Mack Xtreme spinning coaster. We've seen a whole hell of a lot more of these pop up, with the Ride to Happiness at Plopsaland being one of the more recent additions in that concept. And I think the Xtreme spinning coaster is the perfect thrill coaster for Cedar Point that can pay homage to State River Falls with a splashdown element if possible. And I feel like Mack's Xtreme spinning coaster will provide a new sense of thrill. And obviously relating back to the earlier concept back in April, go and check out Coaster Force Forum as well as many other forums with the information surrounding these concepts, with all the images surrounding the concepts that were brought out via a survey by Cedar Point. But the Xtreme Spinner Tower concept is quite an unusual concept. Maybe they won't go for that, but I could definitely see them going with a normal Xtreme spinning coaster that could break several records, with a modern seat design and advanced layout options, as well as potential for no shoulder restraints, comfortable seats, a full train design, individual layout custom design options, in-seat multimedia options, a potential for a fast incline chain lift up to 45 degrees, onboard lighting options, some breathtaking inversions, and potential customizable train design. I think Cedar Point have no choice in terms of potential roller coaster investments, but to go with an Xtreme spinning coaster, take over the Forbidden Frontier land, take over State River Falls with maybe a splashdown element, and you've got yourself a Frontier-themed Xtreme spinning coaster that will be one of the signature investments worldwide, potentially for 2026 or 2027. Finally then, let's summarise this all. I think that Cedar Point could be adding a wonderful new ride experience in its place, but the focus in this particular video is Snake River Falls, the outgoing classic attraction. It's very, very sad to be losing yet another classic water ride from the world, but Cedar Point will give it a perfect send-off, I'm sure, and I'm sure that the replacement for this attraction will be bigger and better than ever. So thank you very, very much for watching this video. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, and for now, ladies and gentlemen, I am the CHALL, and today, Chall Chats Cedar Point. Ta-ra for now, thank you very much, and that is the end of your theme park experience.